Are we ready to see our preliminary challenge for tonight?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not.
Yes.
Sure.
Sure.
Alrighty. Our preliminary challenge tonight comes courtesy of OkamiOfGames. It is Pyramid for the NES. This is an unlicensed NES game by Sachin. The goal is most lines cleared. Is everybody ready to begin?
Yeah, one sec.
Let me get to the title screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yes.
A lot of you on the demo.
Music is on.
That's important.
All right,
Damn,
yep,
no
we're
one can
good.
hear it.
Oh,
That they can hear this
Shit.
Final Fantasy music instead.
hang on. I accidentally pressed start. Give me a
You
second.
even switch the level. Kind of glad that I can't, but I have to wonder how.
All right.
Yeah, leave it on zero.
I jumped the gun a little bit.
Hopefully you can restart before everyone else goes back into the demo again.
There we go.
Beacon chat. Splash is a bad friend confirmed. Friends don't make friends play
I'm
Pyramid.
not the one who
Like, I
chose
have
these
been told
challenges
that
tonight.
multiple times already.
The gimmick of this episode was supposed to be classics of all time from Retro Book Club. Okami had full control over what was submitted
Well,
into
this was certainly
this
a
challenge.
classic.
All right, we're good.
All right. If we are ready to begin, I will do the countdown.
All right.
Our
Sounds good.
preliminary challenge for tonight, Pyramid, most lines cleared. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I see John's just getting off the demo, so I'll give him a bit. Everyone else
good.
going to the demo. Fuck. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. I was trying to be generous, but then 2 of you also then got screwed over by demo, so
This is the night of false starts, everybody.
Okami is already going to hell.
All right,
I pressed as soon as you said. I pressed as soon as you after you said one.
Hang on. I'll be generous. I'll restart again. For real
It
this
doesn't
time.
help that the Sachin title screen is like less than it's more than a second, which is
They
more
give
than
you
a second too
quite-
much.
a bit
My
of
favorite thing is when
time
you have a
before it goes to
game
demo.
that has unskippable, like an unskippable track screen. That's always the
Oh,
best.
son of a bitch.
All
You
right.
can skip the pyramid track screen.
Yeah, you can in this case, but I've played some games where you can't.
Okay, everyone's on
Yeah.
the
Is what I'm saying.
Fucking damn it. Okay, everyone's on the
I'm back
screen
on the
basically.
title screen.
All right, starting in
5,
5,
4,
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Timer starts
There
when I see
we
movement.
All right, now,
We
As
did
Freeze
it.
goes
We
to the
counted
demo.
down.
I literally have no control. Anyway, I guess I'm going a bit, couple seconds late.
All right,
it's
whatever.
fine.
10 minutes on the clock. Your goal is to get the most
Oh,
lines
okay.
cleared. How familiar are we with Pyramid?
I
this is my
don't hear
first
any
time
music.
playing it.
Oh boy.
Very familiar.
Oh, you're in for an
Oh,
experience.
no, there
This
is music. It's very quiet.
Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't seen Pyramid before, imagine Tetris but with triangles. There are definitely some very intriguing pieces to work with in Pyramid. Namely this one that I see on Mipha's screen currently, where it's like almost a complete diamond. That's always the worst piece to try to work with, because you kind of need a setup for that piece in particular.
Yeah, the
Otherwise, you're-
three-quarter diamond is a nightmare to place. Like, it usually prevents you from, like, clearing a line that you were going for.
Now, they do have bombs that they can use. If they hold up and press B, they can use a bomb, which they have 5 of, which they can use to clear away some pieces, in case they make something of a bad setup
I see,
and can't easily clear a line.
I see Polk mentioning Junction. This was actually also in contention for being preliminary challenge. Then Poltergeist playtested it.
Oh, thank God it wasn't Junction.
It was actually in for one of the longer challenges, so someone had to suffer for a little bit longer than just the 10 minutes.
No, Poulter immediately vetoed it for long challenge after playtesting it. Because we had a feeling that with Junction, the way that game works, it's possible you may not even clear a level within an hour.
That game, I think people would clear a level in an hour, but that game is definitely you'll either make a lot of progress super fast, or you will get stonewalled for like half an hour, and there's going to be very little in between.
And don't forget, during Cuso Grande, people actually got sick while playing it and watching it.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
because I was
what?
yeah.
Dang.
I don't know how that happened. It might have been sick with rage or something like that, because it's not exactly like a motion sickness inducing game or anything like that, as far as my knowledge goes.
I believe it was audio related.
I could
I
believe.
definitely remember feeling that. Yeah.
I could believe that. Well, it looks like 2 minutes in, we've got a bit of a lead for Mipha, sitting on 4 lines.
I think 4
That's
lines
a-
was the
I'm
best
just
I could
trying to
even
figure out-
get.
Yeah.
Pieces
So-
kill pieces here.
So when I tested this game, within 10 minutes, and I was not blind to Pyramid, just to put that out there, I was able to get 26 lines in 10 minutes. So if you can get anywhere close to that, you did a really good job. Like, unbelievably good. So definitely be proud of yourself for, in general, any lines that you can get. Kind of like the board that I'm seeing John have right now. Doesn't have that many gaps in there currently. It is built for survival, I feel. Freeze, on the other hand...
not what I wanted at all.
That was a good bomb.
Freezestar's having a rough one here. RedLion's got a bit better of a board state, but still only at 1 line.
Hey, Chad, did you know that the T in T-spin in Tetris stands for triangle?
Lol.
God damn it.
That's what I wanted. Perfect. Threaded the needle very much there.
Alright,
Yeah,
can
you
you
can't-
actually do like T-spins in this game? I'm assuming.
I imagine if you're good enough, you can, but probably not worth attempting to do in the 10 minutes you have here. But if you're feeling really gutsy, I'm not going to stop you. I know somebody who runs this game and straight up hit the cap for number of lines that you can get, which I think is like 255.
I was hoping it was gonna be like
Oh, wow.
7.
Being
Just a
told
really low
by-
number overall.
I mean, if you get enough lines in a run, you might get different music.
Well, now I'm
Are
sold.
auto
Now.
levels? Chat, is audio levels good? I'm seeing from Daydream only hear John. Everyone's at 100 on Discord.
I don't know if the pieces move fast enough to where you could get a
No,
T-spin.
okay, audio sounds fine.
And audio sounds fine. So it's looking like right now, just based on the scores I can see here, this is basically going to be a fight between first and second, and is going to be a fight between third and fourth, because John and Mipha are currently crushing it, very neck and neck with one another.
Yeah, we've
Freeze and
got
RedLion
2 races
struggling
going
a
on
little
here.
bit more. Yeah,
I'm not getting any of the pieces that I need, and I keep ending up with gaps.
You've also burned
That's
through
it.
all of your bombs.
that said, Mipha is flying a bit close to the
First
sun.
one was an accident.
Her stack's getting a bit high. Just attempting the T-spin. I respect the hustle, even if it didn't work out.
Nope, it didn't work.
But I saw you trying that.
I did not look at the poll results. What do we have for who will win the Retro Book Club special? 60 free votes for Proton Jon. All right.
Hooray!
That
Hooray.
doesn't surprise me.
Oh, no, wait, no. 60%.
Ain't gonna happen,
My bad.
but I
12
mean,
votes
hooray.
for Proton Jon. We had free votes for RedLion and free votes for MiphaRivia. 1 vote for Freezestar. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
Freeze.
Thank you, one person. I
That was me. I was
don't
the
know
one
who it was,
person.
but thank you.
It was me, Freeze. I was the one person.
Thank you, Okami.
I actually was. I voted for you. Because you're all friends of mine.
I mean, I don't have any faith in this game, but who knows what I'll get for the challenge.
I think you'll enjoy the longer challenges, but I tell people that they'll enjoy Pyramid, so take my opinion with a grain of salt.
Don't trust Nick is the takeaway today.
Okami, is it
Oh,
possible to
as
get
someone
extra
that's-
bombs? I actually don't know.
You need to clear enough lines to get extra bombs. It is possible, but you need to clear enough lines. I don't expect... We might see somebody get some extra bombs, but you do have to clear a lot of lines. Mipha and John are doing well enough so far that they definitely could accomplish exactly that and get a few additional bombs, because Mipha is getting close to the top of her stack, but the advantage she does have over John is John spent all his bombs. And I noticed RedLion's floating fragment of a triangle piece.
Oh my
Well,
God,
I
the other
used the
spin
bomb
on
to
this.
clear
Come
that. I
on,
don't know
game.
if the stream will catch up with that or not. Oh man, these diamonds are fucking annoying to deal with. Oh, well, actually, Okay,
Oh,
I think I figured out the
dirty.
strat with these.
All right, well, you better start
Finally,
making
another
your
line.
plays because you are down to the last 3 minutes before time is up. Looks like RedLion is pulling ahead of Freeze a little bit, just a 1-line gap between the two of you. And John and Mipha both fighting it out at 12 lines apiece.
Yeah, this is really close
crap.
between. Again, 2 races are happening currently.
Am I missing
Oh.
something?
RedLion has pulled ahead of Freestar in terms of a line.
And it looks like Mipha is pulling ahead of John
I
currently.
don't have a good setup here right now. I need the game to be a little nicer than it is currently being.
Okay.
Ha.
You're at least built a little more for survival, because it's entirely possible Mipha's gonna top out before the 10 minutes elapse. Because
You
Mipha's out of bombs.
Shut your mouth.
I mean, it's a very reasonable. Like, I definitely expected that possibility going
Fuck.
into this.
Dare I say, commentator's curse.
Oh boy!
There we go.
There it is, 13 lines for
There it is.
MiphaRivia.
And I think it's going to be tall order for you to jump back into it. So, if John can,
It's gonna
can
be a
get
tall order for you to get a line in a
no
minute 30.
build options here. I am in trouble.
It's so easy to
You
mess
just
up.
need
No
2
build?
lines.
It's so
No
easy
build?
to
Two
mess
lines,
up
and you
on.
Fortnite,
take the
John?
victory in the preliminary game.
I don't know if anybody heard me. I said no build. This isn't Fortnite, John.
Can I go back to playing
But it could
Fortnite?
be.
This
Yeah,
isn't
aren't you so
Fortnite.
glad you put down Fortnite for Pyramid Freeze? Aren't you real glad?
I mean, no, I'm not glad. I'm glad to be here, but I'm not glad to be playing Pyramid.
Why
if
did
that
it
makes
not go
any sense.
down?
Oh, I can't wait to
Oh.
see.
Oh, son of a bitch. That was bad play.
What is this? What am I supposed to do with this like crack in
Oh
the
man,
ground?
it did that thing when the line didn't drop.
Oh, yeah,
That's fun.
I love this game
Cool, that
because it
completely
does
messed
that.
up my gameplay. I love that for me.
I was really hoping somebody was going to run into that.
30 seconds left.
It's so good.
Well, yeah, I'm stuck now because that completely botched any move I had.
Okay.
How do I fit things into this? No, don't hate. Nah.
All right, so it's
Definitely
looking
SOL.
it's looking pretty comfortably that
Yeah.
with 15 seconds left on the clock, the placement is going to be Mipha, John, RedLion, and Freestar for
Again,
the
not
preliminary
last place.
games.
5, 4, 3, 2,
What the
1.
hell?
Time.
Put down your controllers.
6
Good.
lines. I'm okay with that.
Okay, we got
Yeah,
our
and RedLion,
placements.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but RedLion, you were going into this, like, basically blind, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I had ever played this.
Yeah, and 6 lines in
Same-
10
same
minutes
here.
isn't too bad.
Was it the first time?
Same
Oh,
here,
yeah,
first
played
time
it.
playing it.
I can
Okay.
Also,
There we go.
Rykar, I see you in chat. Thank you for noticing my cool logo. That was all. That was all Sprashu who did the effects and everything. But it is my lion head.
Yeah,
But
RedLion and John both did pretty good for it being their first time. I mean, considering John took the victory among the 4 of you. And Freeze and Mipha, I think you both were familiar with Pyramid.
Yeah,
so
I
you
still
had
don't know how to
something of a
properly, like,
baseline.
In Tetris, a lot of pieces have like a very, very good space for where you put them. I still don't know how to do that in Pyramid. You can tell by all the multiple gaps in everything that I still don't have a good grasp on where each piece goes.
Drawback
Alright,
of
let's
doing
talk
this
some
on
challenges.
Okami server is that I don't have access to use my placement jingles that are on the Discord soundboard on my server. So I'll have to do this manually. Hopefully this isn't too loud on stream. But first place was MiphaRivia. Second place was Proton
We, the players,
Jon.
don't get to hear it.
You
I
don't
didn't even
it.
hear it.
No, you're not going to hear it. I'm doing it manually.
That's our
from
punishment.
My desktop
That's
audio,
our punishment for being here.
pretty much.
Okay.
Third place is RedLion. And last pick goes to Freestar.
Darn. Oh well.
Y'all want to see what your longer challenges are?
Oh
Check to
boy.
make sure
Of
these
course.
are
I
hidden.
swear to God, Nick, if Last Apostle is in here, I
I'm
swear to
not that
God.
mean. Give me some credit here.
Okay, I flipped over to the challenge wall. It is time to reveal to you your challenges for this special. Once again, Okami has basically decided your fate here tonight, so whatever happens,
Oh, boy.
cast the blame on him.
Whatever happens, just yell at me later.
Challenge number 1 for the Retro Book Club special. Summer Assault for the TurboGrafx 16, clear stage 12. You will have infinite lives for this challenge. Challenge number 2. Jumping Flash for the PS1, clear 5-1. You will also have infinite lives for this challenge. Challenge number 3, Gotcha Force for the GameCube. Defeat the Flame Dragon. And challenge number 4 is MUSHA for the Genesis, clear stage 5.
Oh, Jesus, no.
I like this list. I like this list. I like this list a lot.
Alrighty.
Now you trust me. I see how it is.
Nick, how long have I known you?
Like a decade at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
I play good games.
I knew I'd screw up.
Do you
something with this
understand
episode.
my fear?
Your PTSD. I get it. I get it.
Alright, I slightly screwed up something with this episode. I knew I'd do it. Fucking hell.
What happened?
I didn't have the player avatars.
The player icons.
And they're not animated this time, so that's fine. Mipha, you get the first pick of these 4 challenges. While you are deciding, I'm gonna get everyone else's images going here.
Oh, I just need one question.
Yeah.
Is Turbo enabled on TurboGrafx?
I did say it would be allowed for TurboGrafx.
I'm picking Sumner Assault then.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Alright,
Oh, I didn't
cool.
expect this. I had 2 I wanted to do, and they're both available.
Summer
My
Assault
gut's
is
telling me
taking-
Musha, but my heart's telling me Gotcha Force, so I gotta do Gotcha Force.
Oh, we're taking the
Right,
GameCube
Gotcha
game.
Force.
All right. Okay, so I'm somewhat familiar with Musha, but what is Jumping Flash? Is that a
It's a
See,
first-person platformer.
first-person platformer. It's also
First-person
the first ever
platformer.
3D platformer too.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna go with Musha.
All right, we're taking the
All right.
shmup.
I'm a little bit
Bold
familiar
move.
with that.
Oof.
That is a bold
Thank
move.
goodness.
Oh, you want a
Freeze, how do
Jumping
feel
Flash
about
out of the
Jumping
set,
Flash?
Freeze?
I wanted Jumping Flash or Stormer Assault, so I'm happy with Jumping Flash. Stormer
there you
Assault
go.
actually beat this year.
Alright, let me just place your portrait down. I should have had these ready beforehand, but that's the one thing I forgot to do this episode.
Sounds like everyone's pretty happy with their long challenges that they got.
Okay. Yep, these are our long challenges for the Retro Book Club special. MiphaRivia has chosen Summer Assault, clear stage 12. Proton Jon's chosen Gotcha Force, defeat the Flame Dragon. RedLion's chosen MUSHA, clear stage 5. And Freezestar stuck with Jumping Flash, clear 5-1. I'll get up
5-1.
set up underway here, and we'll be back momentarily for long challenges for tonight. Stay tuned. The Retro Book Club pack. MiphaRivia is playing Summer Assault, clear stage 12. Freezestar is playing Jumping Flash, clear 5-1. Proton Jon's playing Gotcha Force, defeat the Flame Dragon. RedLion is playing MUSHA, clear stage 5. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Timer starts when I see movement.
It has kicked me to a tutorial.
1 hour on the clock. I don't know why it kicked you to tutorial. Oh, there we go.
All right, good luck, racers. It was probably an attract screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
look, I've
already
got a
in.
follower. I gotta figure out who that is in just a second.
All right,
All
so I
right.
see
Find out who that is in a
everybody.
minute.
I want to
I
talk
see
about
everybody
MUSHA.
jumping in now. Yeah, we'll start with MUSHA. Yeah, so
Yeah.
MUSHA. So
You go
MUSHA is the
first.
game that I would say it's the shortest game of this pack, but it is also the hardest game in this pack. It is a shmup. So if you're not acquainted with shmups, good luck.
Yeah, regarding MUSHA, I typically have a rule of platform peril that I try to avoid challenges that have fail states to them. And this is definitely a challenge I wanted to veto because of that. It is possible you could spend the entire hour and make no progress in this game. I'm really bad at shmups, and I think I couldn't beat stage 1. That's how bad I am.
That said, in my testing time for these games, and I was not blind to any of these games, mind you, so take this with a grain of salt. But in my testing time, MUSHA was my fastest clear between these 4 challenges.
MUSHA is extremely high risk, because yes, if you can do it flawlessly, this is definitely the fastest challenge on the card tonight. But if you fail at it, it's going to cost you a lot of time.
Well, that said, Freeze is trying to make us eat our words, because Freeze is already into 1-2 of Jumping Flash, as is Mipha into stage 2 of Summer Assault, so there are no slouches either.
The thing with Summer Assault, I gave you infinite lives because this game is really labyrinthian, and that's your main challenge, is trying to figure out where exactly you need to go to get to each boss arena in each stage, because these stages get massive.
Yeah,
Like,
I
real
remember
quick.
when I sorry.
Yeah, Summer
remember when I
Assault
was
does. You start, Freeze, and then I'll say my
When I was
thought.
playing through it earlier this year, like the biggest thing that ended up letting me clear through the game was just farming lives.
Yeah, so the game does have unlimited continues, but when you continue, you start from the beginning of the stage, and dying is already a bit of a pain in Summer Assault because a number of your really useful power-ups you lose on death, and one such power-up being one that makes you go faster. So when you lose that, you move at a snail's pace in Summer Assault, and it's not great. But then you get the go fast power-up, and it's wonderful once again.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about Summer Assault, the reason you have the infinite life code. Originally, what we wanted to do was we wanted to try to make a code so that you always had the speed up power up, but we had no idea how to do that. And so just giving you lives was easier. Because the only thing you lose from dying is you lose all your power ups, but your health upgrades you get are permanent unless you game over. So you'll permanently
This is
have
gonna be
8
good.
health eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is not a good start. I already game overed.
Yeah, it'll take you a little bit to get accustomed to Musha, I'm sure. It's not
Alright,
easy
just the
after all.
dragon down.
But
So Freeze is already through World 1 of Jumping Flash, so Freeze is making pretty quick work of Jumping Flash.
Yeah, Jumping Flash has a really strong potential to be a quick one as well. The thing with Jumping Flash, though, the levels get massive pretty quick in it, and it becomes hard to figure out where the jet pods are.
Yeah, that becomes a lot of your time sink, is trying to locate the jet pods, because first few stages, it's easy enough to find them. Later stages they're a lot bigger, and therefore it becomes a lot harder for you to find where they are in the stage. Now, on the topic, though, of Gotcha Force is, I would personally describe this one as the slow but safe challenge. I think it might just be because it's not usually a genre I dabble in. But I feel like if you're playing optimally in these 4, Gotcha Force would be the slowest clear of them. But it's a challenge that you will definitely clear. So it's definitely one you can win with if everybody else is struggling with with other challenges.
Yeah, Gotcha Force, it isn't hard, and dying does set you back a little bit, but not terribly much. I mean, it is a game for
I
children.
died even faster.
But,
Holy
And
crap.
for point of reference, when I tested Gotcha Force, I played like 30 minutes of it prior, so I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge going into it. I didn't die once in Gotcha Force.
I didn't die once in Gotcha Force either.
So,
The only one that died was Rock, and unfortunately Rock was the one who did the most playtesting on this game, and he's the only one not in comms. So, yeah, I played for Gotcha Force, and I still don't know what to say about it.
It's actually a port. It's a unlicensed port of Mobile Suit Gundam, because Capcom used to do the early arcade Mobile Gundam games. So this is actually them getting away with not having to buy the license for Gundam anymore.
Very
all right.
good.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And I
unfortunately,
grew
it's
up
also-
playing those arcade games, so I'm a little excited to play Gotcha Force.
And unfortunately,
Hell
it's
yeah.
also hard to find a copy of the game now if you
Oh yeah,
want.
this is one of the rare GameCube games.
Yeah. But it's definitely a fun one. I got roped into Gotcha Force years and years ago because one of my local stores had Gotcha Force. I think they just had disc only, but the manager liked showing people Gotcha Force, so I ended up playing it multiplayer because of that, and learned about it way back then because of that.
It probably won't matter, but Gotcha Force also has some RNG attached to it in terms of the capsules that you get for what units you can then have access to in case your main
I don't
unit
think
goes
it's-
down.
I don't feel like it's RNG though, because in our testing we had a lot of similar gotcha units.
I thought
so
it was,
might
because I thought me and Rock had like different units, I believe.
Well, you might have equipped different units.
No,
But
I didn't have
either way,
some units he had.
I think it across the board with our experience in testing Gotcha Force, one of the better units is your starting unit. It's a good all-rounder after all.
Since we're talking about the GameCube game, there was actually another game we're considering for the GameCube. Well, actually, 2 games we're considering for the GameCube.
Yeah,
this,
2
special.
particular ones.
The first was Rivet King, but we couldn't figure out what to do for a goal
Oh
for
boy.
that. There was no, we
Yeah.
had nothing we could do with an hour of that. Especially since early
game
games,
is-
the
Yeah.
AI just exists to waste your time.
But the game is so goofy. I wanted to at least pitch it as a game to include in this.
The
I
second
would have picked
game,
Rivet King in a heartbeat.
the second game was Hello Kitty Roller Rescue, I think it was called.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Hello
game.
Kitty Roller
You-
Rescue.
You mean Hello Kitty May Cry?
Yeah,
I wanna-
Kitty May Skate as we called it.
I want to put an image up on screen now of me soft locking the game. Here it is. I accidentally jumped on the cake thing where you can spend your money to buy cake to heal, but I jumped on it by mistake and I was just stuck there and I could not move, and that sucked. And that was the reason.
I guess
that
it-
this did, well, it was one of the reasons this game didn't get in. It also just didn't get in because it wasn't that interesting.
I guess Rykar's bringing up a point that
You
this
maybe.
was kind of unintentionally the mecha pack, save for Selmar Assault.
Yeah. I think I'm starting to figure out MUSHA now, so I'm having a much easier time this go around.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea in MUSHA to pick a power up and stick with it because the more you pick up of that element in a row,
The more
more it gets-
powerful it gets. Yep.
yeah, the more it gets upgraded. But it also is important to make sure you have it on hand at all because it still acts as an extra hit that you can take.
Yes.
Something we're neglecting. Can we talk about the backstory of Summer Assault for a bit? Why are we a Slinky?
Why not? You ever want to be a Slinky?
But why is
It's my lifelong
like,
dream to be a
So the
Slinky.
plot is like an evil sorceress is threatening to like take over the world with like her 12 zodiac beasts, and the Slinky is like the one thing that can thwart her plans. And I'm
So
just
it's
thinking, what
basically
was
fruit-
fucking
so it's basically-
Atlas smoking
oh.
when they made this one?
I don't
the
know,
weird
but
part is when you get to the
it's
final
same
boss.
rules.
So what you're saying is it's basically Fruits Basket, but replace the main character with a Slinky, which honestly, upgrade for anybody who's ever watched that anime.
Yeah, I've gone on record before saying that Summer Assault is... I'd probably just say it's one of my, if not my favorite TurboGrafx game of
It's more
the
like the
TurboGrafx
boss.
games I played.
Also, I see we've been
I
on stage
absolutely
3 a
love
while.
Summer Assault.
My stage 3 is a
Mhm.
nightmare.
Yeah,
This
stages
is
1 and
probably
2
the
are decently
longest-
linear.
This is probably the longest stage
It's-
in the game, honestly.
It's definitely a lot more maze-like than the previous stages.
This has
I'll
to be
give
a
you-
boss.
I'll give you that one. Yeah, I do believe... Because I know some... Musha has some
Dang it.
mid-bosses.
God, how long is this stage?
Yeah, even though I gave you infinite lives for Summer Assault, it's not free. You could still
No,
take a
it's
very
not.
long time navigating for this
Well,
game. Because again, your
I've already
challenge
died
is to
once
navigate
through
the labyrinth,
time.
not survive.
I'm
And yeah, if you die
I'm
to time, it
curious.
sucks because you lose
Oh.
all your power-ups, including the one that makes you go fast and makes this challenge tolerable.
Well, Freeze has gotten through World 2 of Jumping Flash now, getting through the first of 2 stages that's a lot more close quarters. Which I'm not a
Okami,
big fan of those. What's up?
we're still on stage 1 of Musha.
Yeah.
Yeah? I know this could happen, so...
Alright, well,
I
if
think
we're still on
RedLion
stage...
is...
if we're still on stage 1 of Musha in
And I
another
missed
10
the
minutes, I'm
power-up.
going to say I told you
And
so.
I died again. Golly.
no, I've been a
Yeah, I think RedLion's definitely learning a lot from Musha. Like,
No, I'm not.
No, this is... This
I
is
just died.
You might as well put footage of me
died,
playing
died.
this game up on the screen right now.
I don't know, you got decently far into stage 1 on your last attempt.
I think
No, but like...
There's a reason why I say it's the shortest one, but it's also the hardest one.
Rykar earlier was saying RedLion's a pro gamer, he can handle this.
I am definitely not a pro gamer. Anybody who is part of my like community will tell you I am the furthest thing from a pro gamer. Okay, maybe when it comes to like a few different games, like if you gave me like Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo or like DDR Extreme or
Yeah,
Marvel
go
vs. Capcom
two
2
balloons
or
up.
you know anything that's you know a game that I actually know. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, absolutely. But this game, not so much. Although
One thing...
I think I just had a bad start that last time around, so
That's fair.
we'll
part
see.
of Musha is like the common strategy you see in Mystery Tournament of like if you take an early death, is it worth continuing with that run, or is it worth just sinking your lives to start fresh? I don't know if you have any elemental ability that you start gravitating towards by this point, RedLion, between the water, fire, and the lightning.
Well, I had it before I died.
Blinking
Yeah,
down here.
When I tested MUSHA, I definitely gravitated towards the lightning personally. I like the piercing that it has of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just saw we died on Jumping Flash. If you die in Jumping Flash, it resets the stage. And so it really sucks to die in Jumping Flash. I don't know how many carrots, or, well, this game calls them jet pods, but they're obviously fucking carrots. I don't know how many carrots you collected, but...
Oh, whoops.
Jesus.
I accidentally found a bonus.
Unfortunately, you'll have to collect them all again.
Also, interestingly, Freeze's life counter went down. Oh no.
What?
What?
That shouldn't have happened. That means your code's not working.
It was at 3 when I went through the stage, when I died in stage 1.
Still at 2. Oh wait, does dying in the bonus stage not count as...
You know what? You know what happened in between now and then? I got a bonus. I got an extra life in one of the stages.
I was wondering if that might have broken the code because I had got one in testing for me. But...
that was uncontrollable because it was a score from doing really well.
I mean that said, I don't think it'll make maybe you'll game over, maybe you won't, but game over and Jumping Flash just sends you back to the start of the world, so you may have to retread some ground, but at the rate you're playing, I don't think it would be impossible to see you get to, like, World 5 before getting a game over, and then you just get beat 5-1 at that point.
The infinite live situation with Jumping Flash, it was more so a precaution than it was for Somersault. Like, you probably didn't need the code, but we put it in just in case.
Yeah, because somebody, like, you're evidently very familiar with Jumping Flash already, but if somebody who wasn't familiar with Jumping Flash probably be struggling for a little bit longer. To bounce over to MUSHA, Gotcha Force a bit, the one thing about Gotcha Force, it's a little bit hard to tell how far you are through the challenge. Because you're basically just essentially doing fights up until you find the boss. And I don't know how many fights you've done by this point, John, but it looks like you've done at least a few of them.
I haven't been counting. I feel like I've gone through like 8 at least.
So you're doing the same strategy I did.
But they're pretty quick. I mean, the goal will just kind of... Eventually, you'll just get to the flame dragon, and the goal will just end. Originally, when this challenge was conceived, Rock pitched it as defeating your rival in a showdown battle. But that was too short. The dragon's just a little bit after that.
Yeah, we extended it by a tiny bit.
So when you're on the showdown battle, that's when we'll know you're close.
Is that the optional one, or there's a forced one?
Forced one.
There's a forced one.
I keep getting to the part with the 2 houses, and it's just like,
dumb.
I'm trying to destroy the orbs, and it's just, there's too much shit flying in my face.
Yeah, the ones on the, like, in the middle of each house, definitely, like, it's a straight laser down the middle, but, like, once you start taking them down, it becomes a little bit easier. They do give you elemental power-ups, which you definitely want to put a priority on trying to get some of those, because of... Even if it's not the one you may want, it still acts as an extra hit.
Final cleared stage 3 in Somersault.
I wasted way too much time there.
Yeah, stage 4 compared to stage 3
is the shortest stage in the game.
Very
short.
short.
Just a diagonal line down to the arena.
Much shorter compared to the previous ones.
And I would say you also finished probably the most Librarian level in this challenge at stage 3.
15 minutes in, how we feeling so far about our progress in these games?
I feel like I'm doing good.
Well, terrible.
I'm farther than I thought I would be.
I'm not sure who's in the lead.
If I can get past those 2 houses, I think I'll be all right. It's just that one. I'm assuming it's like a mini boss of some sort. It's not the boss.
Giraffe? Yes, it sure is.
Yeah, like I think everybody is making decent progress in their challenges. Even if RedLion isn't making tangible progress, is still making like learning about the game progress. And I know you struggle with shmups a little bit more.
Yeah,
I know
there
you've
was that
had
one.
shmups before. I know you've had
There
a
was
shmup
that
before in
one.
Virtual Book Club.
Yeah, there was that one TurboGrafx 16 game. I forget what it was. It wasn't
I think it was
the
Ordyne.
most recent one.
I think it was Ordyne. Or
Yeah,
Magical
Ordyne.
Chase, one of the two.
No, Magical Chase was great. I actually like that one. Ordyne was... I could not get past the first stage on that one. Like,
Yeah.
I tried everything and I could not get past it.
That's fair. Shmups, sometimes you don't mesh with them, and that's perfectly okay. I think MUSHA is still like a banger game, though, and it's definitely one I'd recommend.
soundtrack.
Yeah, most compile shmups are pretty good. If you played other ones like Gunnak, I played Xanac recently, which is another good one.
Yeah.
Guardian Legends also a fun one because that's like that's a
Did they
shmup
do
Zelda clone.
Did they do what's it called? Abadox? Or am I thinking of I think that's Natsume who did that one, not Compile.
I don't
Compile
remember.
did like
That was an NES
yeah,
one.
Xanac was them.
Yeah, Abadox was Natsume.
Gunnak.
That's what I thought.
Gunnak, yep. Guardian Legend, I believe, is them as well.
Okay.
They did Puyo Puyo.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know, my
I
fa-
know that game.
you know,
Man, why
favorite
couldn't I gotten that game instead of it? No, I'm kidding.
favorite shmup
I
out there,
get the game
Puyo Puyo.
Favorite shmup though? Was that what you
No,
said?
favorite shmup, Puyo Puyo, known for being a
Oh,
shmup.
yeah, absolutely.
Guru Logic Champ is another good one.
Oh yeah, they did do
Yeah,
that.
this year.
That's a fun puzzler. Definitely the kind of game I would recommend to somebody who likes something like Picross.
All right, I think I
So-
got level 4.
What a weird
on,
fight. Where's the
lightning
last
power-up.
bit? Oh, there he is.
You're fighting the teacup fight, Freeze.
I was.
Man, Freeze is
And then you
flying for this
melted it.
challenge. I think Freeze is currently in the lead.
Yeah, I'd say progress-wise, well, barring Gotcha Force, which is hard to tell partway through the progress you made on it, Freeze, I would say, is in the lead.
Yeah, Gotcha Force, it is hard to kind of track progress. That is kind of one of the problems with it. But
If trying to DPS race and not quite getting the DPS race.
it was the best candidate we could get for the GameCube, so...
Oh no! Ah, damn, my power-up switched.
It's also the
that's
the recent representation of a challenge
Oh,
that has
no.
been on Retro Book Club that has performed well.
Okay.
I think it was on like a couple episodes ago, in fact.
Or for Gotcha, yeah, I ended up pitching it because
Oh, no.
we had it kind of recently even, and I'm like, this game
Got it.
is a pretty banger game. Would recommend giving it
Cost me
a
couple
shot
lives,
for
but
this.
I got it.
You're through stage 1?
I finally got through the 2 houses.
Nice.
Well, that's not the boss,
So-
unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
The boss was the thing that you were shooting at the beginning.
Or that's X.
This thing, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a bastard.
Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, we're good.
Yeah, a lot of shmups, unfortunately, part of playing them is as aggressive as you might want to be in them, you can't really play shmups aggressively. The way I end up
No,
playing shmups,
absolutely not.
That's health.
the way I end up playing them tends to be, don't focus on where you're shooting, focus on what's shooting at you, or rather where the bullets are. Focus
Well,
more on
What was
dodging.
that?
It's been 20 minutes and we're still on stage 1 of MUSHA, so I told you so, Okami.
Okay.
Maybe we should have took a chance with Pieces, because the other game we were looking at to replace for MUSHA was Pieces for the SNES, which is like a jigsaw puzzle. It's like Tetris Attack, but it's a jigsaw puzzle.
But I would be much happier with that game, and I have that game. Because it's a puzzle game.
Pieces is an interesting specimen.
Problem with Pieces was it
But-
fucking spiked in difficulty out of nowhere on stage 5. Like the AI just
So it
got
looks like you were
super
just-
aggressive.
So it looks like you were just about at the boss, RedLion. So you were pretty close on that run. Anyway, Mipha found the unlucky room.
No.
Yeah, that's a trap.
Damn it.
I fell for that too.
I love that room so much.
It is pretty good. Let's see.
Boy, another cave segment.
So it seems Mipha, are you blind to this challenge, by the way?
No.
No. Okay, interesting.
The only thing is I've only played it in a shuffler setting.
Oh, well, maybe that doesn't help. We did have
Yeah.
someone who was blind to this challenge, Flaming Rock, playtest this to get a gauge on how well someone who's never played it before has done at it. Brock took around 45 minutes. You'll see if you
Chad
can
is
beat
actually
that
bringing up a
time.
really good suggestion for me, and I'm gonna follow it. Look at myself and not the enemy.
Yeah, that's usually
Yes.
a good play. Yourself and kind of the area around you. When you focus on the enemy, you can't really see what's coming at you.
Candle.
Yeah.
And it's like a small thing that you don't really think
Oh,
about, but it
interesting.
is a technique that's very important for
That's actually
shmups.
helping me out a whole lot here.
Have you looked at your
I'm not-
README at all, RedLion?
I did. I kind of glossed over it a little bit. I know. So the only thing is, I'm a little confused about when it drops those little like glowing icons that like change color with like the Chikara symbol on it. What is that? Is that just like
That's your
So
option.
you notice you have
extra points?
so you
or-
notice you have options on the side, like radius options.
Yeah.
You get them powered up, so it's basically the more of them you get, the more firepower you'll have.
Yeah, that's your
Oh, okay.
options. Those are very important.
So you,
Okay,
you
so I
definitely want to
want
collect
those,
them.
yeah.
You want to collect them given the option.
Moriarty's saying players reading readmes. Yeah, it's a problem we have on this show. People don't read their readmes. I made the one
Sometimes
for
they just feel
Somersault
good about how they're doing.
and Jumping Flash. Rock made the one for Gotcha Force and Musha, and Okami kind of just proofread all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was mostly hands off with writing the readmes. Just made some minor edits here and there to them.
I see we're on 4-2.
Right,
on
Extra life.
Jumping
just in
Flash.
case.
We're almost done Jumping Flash. It's not even been 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Going quick.
yeah. I think this is about the pace I was on when I tested Jumping Flash, up until I got to 5-1, which I botched horribly because 5-1 is giant.
Have we gotten to the showdown
There
fight
it is.
against Nakobe and his friend yet?
I don't know, have we, John?
That's the one on
Huh?
2. Have we gotten to the one on 2
You
fight yet?
zoned out. You were just too invested in the gotcha force.
I haven't had a 1-on-2 fight yet.
Okay. That'll be when we know you're close.
Well,
Yeah.
that might be the next fight because there was only one other option on my map currently.
Yeah, I don't know how many fights you have to do. I feel like you have to do all of them except one. We tried to playtest that as close as we could, but we just couldn't figure out what was optional and what wasn't.
I don't want two cherry bombs.
There is a
but I guess
shit
it'll be
ton of
fine.
filler fights you have to do in this game.
There are a lot of filler
Yeah.
fights.
So, fun fact, Mipha, the boss that you're fighting right now, the scales, whenever I play this game, I basically don't have to fight this boss because it matches my zodiac sign, so it just shoots power-ups at me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
You,
gonna
on the
bring
other
that
hand-
up. I was wondering what Mipha had set that her zodiac thing to.
Yeah, what did you
I
say?
saw Pisces.
My birthday.
Yeah,
Pisces,
there you go.
Pisces
Hey,
is
I'm
the
a
very last
Pisces.
stage, so you won't see any benefit from that until the end of the challenge.
It'll be a nice victory lap for you.
To defeat the final boss, you have to defeat me.
Not really.
Because I am a Pisces.
Pisces.
Well, I mean,
the-
not for this challenge.
So the thing about this is that whatever you set to your birthday, that boss will start firing power-ups at you instead of projectiles. But that doesn't mean that
really?
their physical hitbox still doesn't hurt you. And unfortunately, Pisces is mostly a physical fight.
Yeah, I think I'm also Pisces, and I remember that being an issue.
Yeah.
So
I
Pisces
feel like
is
this,
one of the
like,
worst
if
ones.
you-
to
Oh
set
my
it
God.
to.
I think if you're trying to speed run Summer Assault, you
That
would
was
probably
too
set
close.
it to the first stage. That way, it just spits out power up, so you could get fully powered up right out the gate, and then just,
Yeah, and then just never
in
lose.
theory, never
Yeah.
die. In
Or you said it.
practice.
If you want to, a safe option is if you want to clear. If you're first time clearing it, you set one of it to one of the later dates, and then you just farm lives off of that because one of the power ups is just an extra life.
I think stage 4 would be a good one to set it to, because it's the shortest stage in the game, so you don't risk timeout, so you can take as much time as you want grinding out power-ups from that particular boss.
Right. Oh no, I see the problem with this one, Okami.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Now you know why we made it the ending place.
Yeah.
The neat looking stage though.
I thought about 5-2, but like 5-1 took me a while to clear.
Yeah, I definitely died a lot in 5-1.
Yeah, this one's really easy to die in as well.
So it's looking pretty good for Freeze to take first, unless Freeze just struggles a lot with 5-1.
What's that?
God,
The
got
player
to-
who only
gotta
got
watch
one
him.
vote on the fucking who will win poll is gonna win the episode.
Told you.
So,
You didn't have faith. I had faith.
Congratulations, Okami.
I mean, let's not talk like it's a lock yet. Everybody
No, it's
else
not
is
a lock
still
yet.
doing
John's close.
still doing some work in their respective challenges.
Mipha could be close too. I'm actually not sure. What stage are we on?
I think Mipha's about halfway through.
7?
Yeah, roughly,
It's not bad.
roughly halfway through.
I'd say you're
I
about
just
on
watched
the
Mipha slowly walk onto the skull block and die.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
You're about on the same pace as Flaming Rock was when he did this in playtesting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh my god.
There's nothing over here. I should just move
well,
on.
I see John doing
can't
a
get
fight
past
with
this
Nikobe.
stage.
I'm doing the 2-on-1 fight now.
We're close. We're getting there.
All right, so this could get spicy.
Yeah, this is like the
I
first
think
fight
it's
where
unfortunately going to be.
it might actually mess you up.
I think it is unfortunately going to be a tall order for RedLion at this stage to be able to come back. But you know what? If you had fun with MUSHA, then I did my job. And are you having fun with MUSHA?
It's not that I'm not having fun. It's just I feel like I'm stuck. Like
I'm sorry, Red. This is why I didn't like this challenge, because I was worried this would happen.
I would have been much happier with pieces instead. Like I'm
That's
just gonna
fair.
second the vote here.
Yeah,
Oh, granted,
Sumo
somebody
pieces,
else might
That's a
snag-
puzzle game, and that's much more my element.
I
But
wanted to use pieces.
Although granted pieces, somebody
If I-
else might have sniped that from you if we
I
put that
thought
in.
pieces would have been more interesting for this show to watch.
Whoa, whoa,
admittedly,
whoa! Okay.
But I also saw it as a
Interesting glitch.
much bigger fail state chance because, holy crap, did that game spike in difficulty out of nowhere? Like
Yeah.
I fought the fairy, which is stage 5. The goal was to beat the game, which is 8 stages. I took it on 4 times, and every time it just kicked my ass. I came nowhere close to beating it.
And you know, as much as you may sass me for MUSHA, I don't regret putting MUSHA in here in the end because it's still a fun game, and I'm glad more people get to see it. And I knew that it was possible somebody could beat it very quick. It was possible somebody could get stuck in it. Both were very real possibilities, but it was still going to be good.
See, I regret it because pieces probably could have been funny.
You just want the comedy pick.
I just want content.
I mean,
Do
you
it-
could
do
always
it
just
for
cross
the-
the ROM to him.
And do it for the content, yeah.
If we'd like to switch the game out, sure. I mean, I think it's kind of clear I'm not getting past stage 1.
Nah. Maybe in like 10 minutes we can go to pieces if we want to for the fun of it.
No, I'm downloading it now.
yeah, because
No, I want my jigsaw puzzles.
I don't want the chat to watch 30 more minutes of just stage 1 of MUSHA.
yeah, because I'm not getting past that.
Alright, fine. We'll just change.
Yeah, let me.
We'll
DM
change it
this,
for the funsies. We'll see how you do in pieces.
This should just be able.
Well,
to
welcome
send...
to
Yes.
welcome to Platform Peril, where it's just whose lines rules. The points don't matter. The times don't matter. We just have fun.
Welcome to Platform Peril. I'm garbage.
And I'm done.
Nice.
Well done.
Oh, you sniped Freeze.
That's a dragon done.
I haven't seen it defeated yet, but you did snipe Freeze. Freeze has been in the stage for a while, and that is again the reason why.
That's
I
awesome.
had, I got shot through.
That
I
was
got shot
exactly
through a platform.
30 minutes. Exactly 30 minutes.
Yeah, you definitely
I'm not close off. Out.
Damn.
yeah, you definitely improved my testing time on Gotcha Force.
Yeah, I think
I think
Okami
Freeze
was
is
the
gonna.
fastest. Or was
I was the
Rock?
fastest in testing, but I was 35 minutes. I think, provided Freeze gets Jumping Flash pretty shortly, and it looks like that's going to happen, because Freeze has all the jet pods. If Freeze can just get to the exit, you will also surpass my testing time in Jumping Flash.
Rykar. Wow, the poll was right. Shut up, Rykar.
Sorry, Okami.
I wanted to
You shouldn't
believe.
have put faith into me.
I
You know me,
wanted
I
to
took it the
believe.
last second.
All right, there we go. And now we've got second place on Jumping Flash. So we got our first and second.
So
Dang,
it's still stage 5, right, for this challenge?
Uh,
I don't know, I didn't test this one.
You know what? You're making me want to play MUSHA. I think I'm gonna go load up MUSHA.
Go do it. Hell yeah, let's see it.
do it. We're in the bonus.
I have
portion
not
of this
played much
episode
MUSHA.
now.
MUSHA will kick my butt, so I'm not exactly gonna be confident about this.
You're telling me a shmup is gonna kick your butt? Perish the thoughts.
I know, well, especially if one from Compile.
Yeah. I greenlit MUSHA because the way I first played it was not too long ago in one of the weekly mystery races that Smite and Author Blues do. And everybody, like the average stage somebody got to in half an hour of MUSHA was
I'm being
was like
reminded
stage
of a rule.
3.
John,
What's
if you
up?
do switch to MUSHA, if you manage to clear stage 5, you will knock RedLion into 5th place.
Oh my god, really?
No.
Yeah, that is a rule. You can be lapped in
You
platform.
want to do
hell.
the victory lap?
Oh my god. Well, hang on. Let me check my controls and I'll give it a shot. I doubt I'll do it because, again, MUSHA, but...
You got
Tempted to
28
do that
minutes
in
to pull it
summer
off.
stuff, but I don't
know
wanna
if
be
it's
rude.
enough time,
Yes.
but we'll see.
It is theoretically enough time because my testing time for MUSHA was 24 minutes.
Oh boy.
And that was with me not getting a game over once during testing. I almost did, but I never did game over.
I will play the placement sounds for our first and second place victors here. If I can find them.
So was it just on normal? That's it? Just keep it on normal?
Just normal.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god, really?
Oh, that's
So now we
great.
see
It's
You can change the direction of fucking your opponent's. Oh, that's so jank.
Oh yeah,
That's
pro
so
tip
jank.
on
Oh my
pieces
God.
if you it's so good. Pro tip on pieces if you haven't caught on to it yet, hold down the X button.
Yeah, you go faster. R button does
Oh,
it too.
okay.
When we played it for
Proton
Retro
Jon.
Book Club, we didn't try holding down the X button until near the end of the challenge.
And second place, freezestar.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a pretty safe bet that Mipha's going to take third.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, RedLion's
Watch
kind
him
of
come back and
eliminated.
take third.
And Mipha's making pretty consistent progress through Somewhere Assault.
Where's the exit?
So
Even at a snail's pace.
Where's the exit?
If you're
Do we want to give
He's
RedLion a
up reach.
fighting chance here and switch the challenge over to pieces? If I do that, I'm going to make
Why-
you go
why
through
not?
stage
Well-
6.
why not? We'll
Do it. I'm
have some
down.
fun for it.
Alright,
Why
let me
not?
quickly download the box art for pieces then. So I can
Should I
just-
switch to playing
I'm
pieces
already,
instead?
I'm already playing.
No.
it now.
No, just
keep
go,
playing
no,
MUSHA.
go for MUSHA. I want to see the MUSHA.
Oh, is there no
But
cover
I-
for pieces? Gotta be box art for pieces.
There is
There
box
is
art.
a-
I'm not the rule maker
There it
here,
is.
but I think if John beats MUSHA, I think that means he gets. I think that would mean he would get second and third because those are two different games. I'm no expert.
Here, I'll put the box art in the Discord splash.
Oh, that's the
There you
end.
go. Compatible
There's
with the
the exit,
Super
right.
Nintendo mouse.
Why is
So-
the exit over here?
So if you're curious what my testing times were for this, because I have them written down here. So Jumping Flash was... It took me 36 minutes to do Jumping Flash. So Freeze crushed that. Gotcha Force, mentioned earlier, took me 35 minutes. John crushed that. MUSHA, 24 minutes. Somewhere Assault took me 29 minutes. So that's what where my times were with those.
Yeah, cover the comms for me, Okami. I'm gonna be a bit.
right.
Photoshop, go.
Whoa!
Streamed the Photoshop.
I'm not streaming the Photoshop.
Evil cube.
So, RedLion, since you sound like you're excited for Pieces, have you played Pieces before?
I have not, but I get the gist of it. It's basically
Okay.
timed jigsaw puzzles
With items.
with items. Yes.
Are you even doing damage to it
I'm
while
gonna
it's
take the power.
loading?
Yeah,
Here.
yeah. The later items in the sequence are better, but you have to charge up a lot more to use them. There's one where you just straight up have a second player that's putting pieces in place, which is really good.
Am I winning?
Are you winning? I mean, looks like you're doing damage. The boss is flashing.
Oh, it's
The
Halloween.
boss is a bunch of sentient TV cubes. Weird. The boss was
Yeah,
a bunch of sentient TV cubes.
And it does look like so far John is having a easier time with MUSHA than RedLion did.
God, what a...
Rocking
Oh,
the
What a surprise!
rocking the
Oh, this boss.
was making good use of the
Oh, hey,
of the
Rockin'
orbital.
Cats. I know about that game.
Oh yeah, Rockin' Cats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the puzzles of the game is Rockin' Cats.
I mean, that makes sense because that's also Atlas.
Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had that game briefly.
So we
It
could
was
have
part
done
of my
on
collection
the
before I had to give it
show.
away.
Yeah, we could have done an all Atlas pack, but only 2 of the games here are Atlas, Silmar Assault, and Pieces, which,
If
I mean,
we
I
did
guess
an all
Pieces
Atlas
wasn't in here
pack, we would
originally.
have had Polter on comms for that.
Atlas makes a
He
bunch of
would
interesting
quit
stuff
being
in this
my
era.
co-com if we did that and he wasn't invited. And that would suck.
You'd need to find a new regular COCOM by that point. The Zodiac sign of Baphomet. But you don't know your Zodiac signs?
It's been updated.
This is Zodiac sign 101.
I guess that means I can change John's box art as well to be
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, just change his to
None of this matters. None of this matters.
No, this is a standard
We like-
episode of Platform Peril.
Yeah, we
I
like to
thought this
play
would be
things
more
fast and loose
professional,
here.
But no, it always devolves into this.
I like the,
Your first
the
mistake was thinking that anything that Nick does is professional. Let's be clear.
I play everything I do fast and loose. It's fine. I'm just here to have fun.
Secrets?
I mean, I guess I could say I'm like a seasoned vet of Retro Book Club at this point. Like,
Hey, you've been around the block a
nothing
few
that
times
Nick
now.
does is professional. Let's be clear.
I mean, everyone here is kind of used to my shenanigans at this point.
I mean, I was the 3rd retro book club
Yes!
person for.
Yeah, you've been around since pretty much
I
the start.
already got through stage 1.
Yeah, there you go. There's some progress through Pieces.
Pieces does take a minute. Like, even if you do good at it, it still takes like 5 minutes per stage.
Revengeful Ryoko. Any attacks to slow down are useless. Okay, so don't use the slowdown.
Yeah, so watching MUSHA, John is pretty much at the end of
why is
stage
it
1, just has the main
okay,
boss,
that was
and
weird.
is sitting on a stack of lives. So,
Now I need to find the last.
Okay,
I
you
can't
can
believe how
also-
long the stage was, though. Good lord.
The stages are Musha
Yeah, it's
ridiculously
annoying.
long.
Yeah, I remember playing that for something, and yeah, I remember the stages being long.
I'm going to go inside.
Also, I need to fix
Yeah,
the
some of
drop
the-
on Musha.
some of the text quotes I do enjoy for MUSHA. I think the goal we kind of described as, now let's go after the leader, because that's the text you get when you beat stage 5.
Everyone's favorite. I'm doing cropping
Shit.
live.
Yay.
Oh, and in the instance this might happen, I want to see the full game clear for Jumping Flash from Freeze, because Freeze is on a good enough pace that we may even be able to see that in World 6.
I'm trying. Although if I remember right, I think you have to play through all the levels again.
Yes, it is. I mean, it is one of those games where if you want the real ending, you have to play through the game twice, but I want to see if you can clear the first loop.
There we go.
And this very...
Nail biter on that jump.
Yeah, I mean, 6-1 is, there's a lot of gaps and a lot of paths that you can do, so like you can take some cool shortcuts, but oh boy, are you playing with fire taking some of those.
Freeze might beat this game in under an hour.
That's
I believe
entirely
six-
possible.
I believe 6 is the last
Wouldn't be the
stage.
first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were just talking about that, Splash.
I wasn't paying attention.
Wouldn't be
I
the
was still
first time
doing
I'd be
stuff.
one of the.
I was cropping.
Listen to what
Wouldn't be the first
commentary
time I'd
says,
beat
I was
Splash.
cropping. You do both.
Wouldn't be the first
You
time I
listen
beat
to
a whole
crop.
game or
It's not easy.
well, I beat Crash 3 and oh nope, I can't fight you. Okay.
Remember, I had to crop stuff during Retro Book Club, so I had to crop things as I'm also playing the game, so I know the pain of cropping.
Ooh, free cherry
I
bomb.
guess
That
that's
works.
true.
I'm
I guess that's
I'm no
true.
stranger to that.
I guess you're better at
You
it. than
try
me.
cropping while
I can't
playing a
crop and
video
play.
game.
I can't even crop and listen.
Also, I just realized I picked the game with the bunny in it because of course I did.
Congrats, you found the bun. The Robo-Bun.
You found
What
some-
about buns?
Twitch.tv/Green Powers.
Hmm.
Dumb joke. I apologize.
It looks like John is through, because I think stage 2 was considerably shorter than stage 1, as I recall.
I see Monkey Man in chat. Monkey see Monkey Joe. Jumping Flash looks like a game I'd really like. What console is it on? Is this PS1?
Yeah.
Jumping Flash.
It is this early...
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is free DualShock.
Yeah, like, for a point of reference of how early PS1 this is,
that's
you
cool.
this is before they standardized the jewel cases. Like, you can only get Jumping Flash in a long box. That's how
I
early
think
it
it's
is.
a cardboard long box too, right? I don't think it's actually in like jewel case.
Uh, It's 2 variants. I have the jewel case long box because that's the one
Of
I've.
course it had variants. Of course it had variants.
Coming Flash is the first ever 3D platformer.
And it's also the only long box game that I own currently on PS1.
This predates
Don't
Mario
really own a lot of
64.
them.
That is correct.
I would love to own a long box of this game. This game's fun.
Yeah, it was one of the games that like I was half setting out trying to find it when I went to Portland, but I wasn't like gunning for it. But I found it for a decent price, so I'm like, I'll spring on it. I like
It's
Jumping
erasing my
Flash.
pieces. What the fuck?
Well, I guess first
Well,
ever
please
3D
stand still.
platformer is not
Well,
isometric.
Why does it keep pausing? I'm not hitting the pause button. What the fuck?
RedLion finding the pieces bullshit, I guess. Did you check your control bindings just to be sure before starting
Yeah,
this?
no, it's not
Okay.
my control.
Oh my
bindings.
goodness.
It's randomly pausing. Like, I don't know why.
Interesting.
Where did he go? There he is. I'm like
Well,
a kid.
we might lose to the Ghost Girl.
Oh
Yep,
no,
and
you
that's exactly what happened.
and now you too will become a ghost.
Where did he go? There he is.
Aw, huskies.
Crap.
Looks like we're coming
Now
up on the
Mipha
end of,
is
This is the last stage, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay, yeah,
Alright.
then you're gonna be done, and it's your zodiac sign too, so you'll be having an easy time with the boss itself.
Boss can still hurt you physically, and it is more so a physical fight.
Sure,
Mhm.
but it's still something that can happen.
Oh my goodness, he turned into a top. Whoa!
Yep, you found the skulls, Mipha.
Yeah, skulls, don't touch them.
I think you've run into a few of them up to this point.
Okay, I should
Anyway, I
touch
hope
him.
you like Space Invaders.
All right, here we go. I beat the
Alright.
boss.
Oh, why did my quality on Mipha drop considerably?
Goodbye.
I accidentally got rid of my background.
Oh, so
Second
apparently the L and R button also pause in this game. What? That makes no
Let's
sense.
refresh that.
Interesting.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
It's
That
so you
or-
always have access to that pause
What the hell
button.
is that dude?
Did my bitrate take a shit?
Yeah, it did.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Well, at least it was at the end of the challenge.
Although it looks like Freeze also just straight up beat Jumping Flash.
What?
Yeah,
I
we're
ain't done
jumping
yet.
Oh, we're not done.
Now you get to do the second loop of the game.
No,
Um,
I'm literally not even touching my controller at this point. It's just
I
randomly
got time.
pausing. No, look at this. I'm not even touching my controller. It's just randomly pausing.
It's not something like the opponent is using an ability that causes that, is
There's
it?
no ability that does that.
Maybe we should have kept MUSHA in.
Well, we did.
I'm doing great in MUSHA. I'm having a great time.
And
What makes-
there's
is
the
this
boss
just-
dead.
Screw
Oh,
it. At
it's a
this
safe
point, I'm
sport.
just going back to playing Forbidden Memories.
All right.
I'm just going off. I'm just going off script. I'm sorry.
That's
Like,
fine.
We go
Most
off script
players
all the
do.
time, it's fine.
Fourth place, RedLion. That could potentially get updated
Yeah.
to. That could potentially get updated to fifth, depending on John's performance.
I want to see
I'm on
the fifth
stage
place
3.
up.
It's
I do
stage
wanna
5
see
had
it
to
too.
clear, right?
Yes.
I don't care at this point.
I might just play through this game on retro achievements
We
at
got-
some point if it was this easy for me to get through.
So hey, if people wanna join in on this splash, where can they find the Discord?
Oh boy, you're putting me on the spot.
You should be prepared for this. That's why we did this. You should have been prepared for me
Oh,
to
you want me to
set you up
just
so you
drop
can
the-
promote yourself. Fuck you. You don't get to promote yourself
That's
on your
my
own channel
stream.
now.
It's my stream.
Damn, savage.
Wow.
I'll just
Don't
drop
even get to promote
the
yourself on your
Discord link
own
in the chat.
stream. That's amazing.
We host it every Friday as a pre-show, unofficial pre-show to Retro Book Club at 7:30 p.m. Eastern over at Chameleon Crow Discord. There's the link for it.
And I don't think you put up signups for next week just yet.
I'll be tomorrow.
All right. So you could even get in on this week's show if you so desire.
We're only 11 episodes in this season officially, so there's still half a season left if people are interested in trying out for the show themselves. I accept all
I can think
comers.
of someone that might be. I can think of someone that might be interested in joining this.
Always love more players to sign up on this show, so we don't always have the same players every week.
No,
Yeah, well,
I'd love
get
to
some
do, I'd
variety.
love to do this again, but with better games.
These games are great.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm really enjoying Jumping Flash.
Oh, I should
Some
mention,
shade thrown at Musha. We're gonna start a war zone here.
regarding Summer
And no,
Assault.
it's not any problem with MUSHA. It's just I'm
Oh,
apparently
Did we beat Summer Assault, by the way?
misjudged how bad I was.
Oh yeah, Summer Assault was done a while ago.
I missed that. All right. Yeah, I'll just give you third place now. Third place, MiphaRivia. Why didn't it play? There
And
it is.
Mipha is in the final boss sequence now, or I guess the boss rush rather of Summer Assault. And the final sequence of Summer Assault takes a while and is a pain. It's a pain to do with default power-ups.
I thought
Always
about
my least
including-
favorite part of Summer Assault.
I thought about including the boss rush, and then I realized this is fucking boring.
Yeah.
You're just fighting all 12
The final
bosses
boss
again.
is funny though. The final boss is funny though.
Yeah.
Regarding Summer Assault, though, this technically is not... So, TurboGrafx 16 is not actually something that we have normally in Platform Peril. It won't officially
Yeah,
be added
I wanted
the
to get some
pool until Season
TurboGrafx
4.
love.
It will be in the future, but not till Season 4. Same as we. Future, but not...
There's
till
definitely a lot of good.
Ooh, and
There are definitely a lot of good TurboGrafx games. They're just sometimes a bit hard to find because there's a lot of garbage as well in the TurboGrafx.
I have It's a Starman mostly working on playtesting for the TurboGrafx. Of course,
I
if you
definitely
won't
have
want
some
to
that
assist with
I-
that, Okami. Well, I would appreciate it.
I mean, I'd probably try to convince you to put like Ninja Spear in there, looking at my TurboGrafx shelf, or Keith Courage. Keith Courage is like
Don't
the
put
Turbo-
someone through Keith Courage. Be nice.
I mean, that's the
Samurai
game you
Ghost.
have to include if you're going to be putting TurboGrafx in there. It's like the quintessential TurboGrafx game.
But it's the one that's like one of the worst. There's like so many better. There's so many better TurboGrafx
Fine, I'll
games.
put Darkwing Duck in there instead.
No.
You know what? I almost would say yes. I almost would say yes to that.
Almost.
I have some sense of taste.
Some.
Yeah, some. Some days
Alright,
you just want garbage. Some days you just want McDonald's. Some days you just want Darkwing Duck.
Congrats on becoming the McDonald's of mystery racing scenes, Splash.
2 stages of garbage. McDonald's, actually 3 stages. McDonald's, Darkwing Duck, and Platform Peril.
That's not a big idea.
I'm glad to be amongst the
That's not a
elite.
bad idea.
So
Yeah, that's not gonna make anything good.
Go back to forward.
It's weird
So
that they
the-
didn't change any of the rocket spots in these extra levels.
I know some of the extra levels are changed because, as an
really?
example, so I went through the extra levels recently
pyramid.
in Jumping Flash, and the first stage where you're in like close quarters, there are some walls that you have to break in order to make progress in the stage, which you didn't have to do on the first loop.
Also, I realized that there was a jet pod originally in the pyramid, and now there is not.
Yeah, so it is different, even if marginally so.
It's gonna be really funny if I end up beating extra 5 by the time we're wrapping up.
I don't think that's going to happen because we
I
only
don't
have
think
10
that's
minutes
gonna
left
happen
till
either.
the hour. We got 10 minutes till the hour. So that's a tall order, I would say.
What are the odds of MUSHA getting done in that time?
If John does not game over, I think it'll happen.
Oh,
I am
boy.
on stage 4 currently.
Yeah, stage 4, I do remember when I first played MUSHA, stage 4 gave me a little bit of trouble.
I think stage
Rega,
4
we
is more
moved to
rock
Forbidden
and roll.
Memories because oh wow, he just pulled out High Tide Gyojin. What? When does Shoddy ever play that card? Alright, whatever, it's fine.
You didn't play
We got
Peace
Splash, when
very
you're
long.
adding Forbidden Memories to Platform Peril.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
basically I couldn't pass Mooch's first stage, so we moved to a different challenge. And then it became possessed because of the emulator, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm moving to Forbidden Memories. Which
RedLion
game
is
that
just
I
the
was playing
cursed
before
one
stream
here,
started.
is what I'm learning.
We didn't play Pieces
What's that?
very long. I feel kind
So-
of robbed. I even changed the artwork and challenge.
Look, I would have switched to pieces, but I'm playing Musha. I'm sorry.
What
I
I'm
can only
hearing
pick
is
so
we
many games
should-
at once.
I would switch to pieces.
It's not
So what
that
I'm
Pieces
hearing
was a
then
bad
is
game,
what we
it's just
should have done.
apparently-
No, what we should have done is have MUSHA as the preliminary challenge and have Pyramid as one of the long challenges.
No.
See, that I would have
Just swap those.
No, that would have been awful. Don't do
Go with the
that.
Dolby.
Oh, I might have
cry.
Pyramid.
I don't know, clear.
It'd probably be
what was
the
it,
like
fastest
lines
clear.
total
25
over
lines or
multiple
something?
runs or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing over here. This is a dead end.
Yeah, so we may, well, no, because Mipha has died and therefore is at minimal
Yes.
power-ups. So probably not going to see the full game clear from Mipha, even if you're in the ending sequence. If you
Yeah,
decide to
this
keep
is-
going, though,
This is when
you'll
the boss
almost
rush
certainly
sucks.
clear it shortly.
Now you have no power-ups, and you gotta get through all these bosses with no power-ups.
Yeah, and the final bosses, which is like 3 fights, is somehow worse because they do not give you a lot of safe spots.
Infinite lives, it don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, technically you have infinite lives in the main game, just infinite continues in the form of infinite continues. Like, it's fine. It's good.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here going against Bakura in my Forbidden Memories.
Yeah.
Not really a good starting hand.
Hands starting to cramp.
Too much MUSHA.
Too much MUSHA, but I made it to stage 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, we got 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
It's just going to depend on how long this stage is and if I don't get a game over.
Yeah, if you get a game over, I think you're sunk on getting through the challenge within the hour.
That's
But-
just because the stages are just so long.
Yeah.
I think that John would be the first ever player to, on their debut, lap somebody.
I would not be surprised if I get lapped. But
I mean, remember, this was the one I was debating on. I was like, oh, Gotcha Force or this, but I knew Gotcha Force would be easier.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like about this is it's not only a question of what do you think you can do, but also what do you think your opponents can do? What can you lock them out of taking?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
wasn't
the-
sure if anyone was even going to be good at, like, shmups, so I'm like, I don't know the audience that well, so I'm just like, just leave it.
Yeah,
Leave
there
it
is
in the field.
quite a stratagem
Yeah.
to choosing your challenges in Platform Peril. You either pick something that you think you'll do really good at, or you can snag something someone else will do good at.
Yeah, I think the first time I was on, I was debating between, it was one of the Mega Mans, I think it was Mega Man 5, and Mario RPG, because I knew Mega Man I could do a lot faster than Mario RPG, but I knew somebody in the group was very familiar with Mario RPG.
Yeah, that was you and
So-
Terravan.
Yeah.
yeah. I was not familiar. I was only like slightly familiar with MUSHA. I was not familiar with any of the other 3 games. So I was like,
Ah,
this is gonna be a terrible debut for
How
me.
do I
So
get through
I went
this?
into that with low expectations.
That's fair. It's like, I don't know, maybe Splash will disagree, but I'm just of the opinion of if you had fun, that's the important thing.
That is the important
I mean,
thing.
yeah, I got to hang out with you guys, and also I got to be on stream with one of my favorite streamers of all time. Like literally somebody I've been watching for over 15 years.
Oh man, you've been watching Mipha for that long?
No. It's Proton
I haven't
Jon.
even streamed.
to be fair, Mipha's been kicking some ass, I wouldn't go write her off.
I mean, everybody is wonderful.
Oh,
I just-
that's some lag,
I-
baby, that's some lag.
And Mipha is a good friend.
Yeah.
And definitely
Mipha is
knows
a
how
cool
to play a
streamer.
mystery game.
Yeah.
Has done your you've done your fair share of shuffler stuff. And whatever nonsense I throw your way.
Yeah.
Nothing good. Just a bunch of freaking. Well, I did get Time Wizard. I could use that. Maybe. I don't know. Oh boy, here comes Pegasus.
Where
This
the
could be a
hell
run
am I
killer if I'm
now?
not careful.
I do hope that after the special, everyone would be interested in potentially trying the show again.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I've
this is
always
fun.
been interested in trying this show. I've just usually been busy around the time that it usually happens.
Yeah, I
That's
know
one-
you
that's
do.
my
You're
fault.
generally
Get a heads up
occupied during
on
it.
like the theme of the platform Peril before we actually start it or something like that.
Aim.
There's usually no theme. It's just this is a special occasion because this is with members from the Retro Book Club community. So I'm like, why not go with games that have been featured on Retro Book Club? And that's kind of where it went from there. Otherwise,
Might be
you
a
get
bad idea.
The way it
Let's
works
see.
usually is that there's 50 packs. Each pack is 4 games in it, and I randomly roll what pack is going to get played each week, and they're categorized by difficulty. So it's retro,
Yes.
I don't know how I made
classic,
that.
modern,
I really
and
don't know how I
wild
made
card.
that.
Yeah, sometime later, after we're done with the games, you should go ahead and put a link in the player setup room in the in my Discord, so folks in the call here who might want to do another one of these in the future know where to go.
I can post it now.
Yeah, go for
I'll
it.
It's
post
a
it in
good
the
thing I have
chat again,
Dark Hole.
too. I'm
Pegasus
always
pulled a fucking
welcoming
medium black dragon.
new
Are you fucking
players
kidding me?
into the fold. I do this every Friday.
Man, I can't even win at the games that I want to play.
Although once
It's not-
once the
It's just
season
a bad
ends,
gaming day.
Trade. Oh, crap.
once the season ends, season 4 probably won't be for another 3 to 6 months because it'll take us a while to play test another 100 games, for one, and I'll also take a while editing together the best of moments of season 3 as well. That takes me like a month.
Yeah, I need to get back to editing my own best of for Retro Book Club, because I work on that, and then I see the number of clips that I have to sift through, and then I close my browser.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
I have a lot of clips I gotta sift through, and I'm working through them, so I'm getting progress done, but I also have like a million other things I need to do.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I think this
shorts.
is this.
Yeah,
I believe this
of
is the
course.
stage boss that John's on.
I
Mipha
might be
in
able to
the-
turn- I might be able to turn around and beat this guy.
Mipha in the last of the refights as well on Summer Assault, fighting a big fish.
A real big fish?
Oh, got it.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
And I got
There's,
lapped.
there's
not even mad.
We got the lap.
There's
Oh,
the-
Not even
shit.
mad.
I think we all killed bosses at the same time because I also defeated the Scorpion in 2-3 extra.
Nice.
Proton Jon taking first place and fourth place.
that is
Congratulations
how
on
that
being
works.
first and
Hooray.
debatably last.
That is
I
how that
did it.
works.
My hand hurts. I got that claw grip going on that one. Oh, ow.
We have
Yeah, it's
snagged
rough because you have to
2
be basically
places.
holding down 2 shoot buttons. I almost just suggested to players just buying B and C to the same button. You're going to be holding down both buttons for the duration of the challenge.
So,
That's what I did.
with that said, I actually get to play the 5th place jingle. I'm so happy.
Right, you get to play it
I worked so hard on that
few
one.
times.
Failure.
It's still nice to play. All right, so placements have changed. Proton Jon has now snagged 1st place and 4th place. It's very funny hearing those 2 jingles back to back.
Can we get a car crash for me? Yes.
I do have a sound
Yeah,
effect for that.
I literally got carded on my debut here at Platform Peril.
As for RedLion,
Yeah, you didn't know if you charge up your ability a lot more in pieces and just never use it for the duration of the match, you can unlock a secret ability that's not shown. That's just a Mario Kart Blue Shell.
As for RedLion, unfortunately in your debut, you have taken the coveted 5th place on Platform Peril, a show with 4 participants.
I do have to applaud the bravery though on taking Musha.
That's
I mean, it was the only game I really knew anything about.
that's
think
RedLion
you would-
in 5th place.
Wait.
Seeing Jumping Flash, you think you would have fared better in Jumping Flash, Redline? Because that was your other option at the time.
Maybe. I feel like I probably would have died like a lot more than Mipha did. So
Enjoy this boss that Mipha's on for Summer Assault.
Oh yeah, this is a funny looking boss.
Oh, here's my car crash.
It's very funny. Imagine trying to do this fight and three forms in total with not unlimited lives.
No.
Ew.
It's great.
Ew.
It's why I tried.
Oh my
I tried,
God.
and then I realized, you know what? Let's just go farm lives instead.
Yeah, that's how I play Summer Assault. Just get enough
Yeah,
lives
yeah.
that it doesn't matter
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, funnily enough, your video helped me figure that out. It's like, oh, I can just do that.
Oh, really? Well, you're
Yeah.
welcome, and I'm sorry.
I mean, I chose to do Summer Assault. You didn't. You didn't. Your
Dude, I
video
love
just
Summer.
helped.
I love Summer Assault. I can see my copy of it from here. I love that game.
Did we even get that over here? Or is that an import?
We got it over here. Over
wow.
in Japan, it was known as Mesopotamia.
We're back.
Ah, that
Makes
name makes
sense,
more
actually.
sense, at least for the content.
Anyways, the hour is up and our challenges are done. Our placements have been locked in, and that'll do it for this episode of Platform Peril.